What inspires me? This is a question that I get very often. How long did it take to build your new online course? Advice to new immigrants who are coming to the UK. Have been trying to get visibility from my brand, but it's so hard. How do you do it? Ooh, this question really hit home because what's up, K-Divas, and welcome back to the channel this week. If this is your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Priscilla. I'm a Nigerian women's wear designer based in the UK. This video is going to be a Q&A. I asked you guys the other day on Instagram to send me some questions using that question box sort of like prompt you have on your stories, and I got a few questions come through. I'm going to be answering them in this video. If I don't answer your question, do not worry, I will do more Q&As in the future. If you want to hear the answer to my question, make sure to keep on watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. If you have any other suggestions for video ideas or any questions that I did not answer in this video, please leave them in the comment section down below and we could have a healthy discussion as per usual. The first question I got was what inspires me? This is a question that I get very often, and people would tell me that, oh, I'm very motivated, I'm always working, I'm very hardworking. And I think there are a few reasons that actually inspire me to keep going every day, even on days I don't feel so great. The first one is my family. I don't know if it's because I am the first daughter of my family, but I just have this responsibility in my head that I want to be able to take care of my parents, I want to be able to take care of my family. So that's like my husband and my future children. As time goes on, I am very aware of the responsibility, especially that financial responsibility. And because I'm here alone with my husband, we don't have our families here in the UK, I just have to be prepared. I don't know why I put that pressure on myself, but my family is a huge reason of why I work so hard and why I keep going. The second I would say is my audience, my community, my K-Divas. I think this year it really dawned on me how very lucky I am. I have a very positive, very supportive, and a community that always encourages me to keep going. When I think about the fact that the work I do is inspiring someone, is empowering someone, believe me, it's a very fulfilling feeling. Just knowing that I'm having that amount of impact is something I never take for granted. And each day when I wake up, I'm like, I'm thankful for the life I have. I'm thankful for the community and the family that I'm blessed with. So those are like the two main reasons. But I would say the most important one, and one that I hope I never lose focus on, is the blessing and the goodness of God upon my life. I would say I'm very favored and very fortunate. Where I am today, people would give anything to be in my exact position, and I just know I'm very blessed and I'm very fortunate. Every day I wake up and I'm like, thank you, God, for blessing me with all of the things that I have, be it like family, friends, my work, my career, that passion that keeps me going. So question number 2 is, in a neutral wardrobe, how do you introduce color without looking like a midlife crisis? I just thought this question was very funny. And even though I don't really have like a fashion styling channel, I do wear a lot of color. Hello. I am a huge fan of print. I'm not afraid to wear outfits that people would stare at me. It's not because I like the attention. I just feel comfortable wearing color. I've always enjoyed wearing color. I grew up in a country that we are very, would I say flashy? Nigerians are very out there with our fashion and our style. So if you are someone who has a more like muted or neutral wardrobe and you're looking or thinking of ways to add color and print into it, the one thing I would say, or the advice I always give to women and men who ask this question, is you can start off with smaller accessories. So scarves, belts, earrings, things that would add just a splash of color and print to your look. That way you don't feel as overwhelmed when you have it on. Now, if you want to move on into like, tops and bottoms, the simplest way to do this is, if you have a print skirt, print bottom, pick a color from the prints. So the print has cream, blue, green. Just pick one color and have that solid color as your top, and let the focus be on the bottom that is the print, or have a print jacket or print top and have a plain bottom. So that way you have print or the drama on top, and then you have the bottom more plain, or vice versa. Now, if you're moving on into very full print looks, you can start off with smaller prints. Smaller prints are not as intimidating, if I can say so. So that way, if you want to wear print on print, you can start off with smaller prints. Question number 3 is, how long did it take to build your new online course? You are amazing, Kim. Oh, thank you. My course. I feel like I should probably do a dedicated video just talking through the steps of how I built my new online course, the Kim Dave course, which, if you don't know about already, shameless plug, I'm going to leave a link down below. It is a sewing and pattern making course that is targeted mostly for like beginners. If you're looking to get into sewing, if you're someone who just needs to brush up on your sewing skill and learn how to make the basic patterns and also make a full shift dress at the end, that's what the course is all about. And it is virtual, so you can join from anywhere in the world. You save your progress as you go along, so you learn at your own pace. That is like the brief overview of the course. The course took me, I would say, 2 to 3 months if I combine all the time together, because I do YouTube, I do social media, I do many other things on the side. I did not just have a time where I could just block out a whole month to focus on the course. I had to film the course, edit the videos, play around with the platform, reach out to testers who gave me feedback that helped me to create such a useful experience, because that was the aim. I wanted to create an experience that would empower whoever uses that course. So 2 to 3 months is how long it took me. The platform I use is called Teachable. There's so many amazing platforms that you can host your online course on. You could even do it as a PDF where you embed the videos in the file. You could do your course on Skillshare. One thing I would say is, if you're making your course, is do a lot of research. You might decide to use a different platform that compared to the one I'm using. That's totally okay. Find a platform that meets the needs of your course, that is easy to edit and use, because I'm not very tech savvy myself. Something that, starting out, I'll say try and use a free plan, because there is no guarantee that you would make a lot of money from that course, so you want to minimize your expenses. Another thing I would say is, if you're going to be selling this course to demographics from all around the world, think about your pricing. You want it to be good enough price that you make profit, but not too expensive that it scares people off. So these are just like factors that I would say, if you are looking to start your own online course, you should probably keep in mind. Another really good question I got was, have been trying to get visibility from my brand, but it's so hard. How do you do it? Ooh, this question really hit home, because I'm not from a popular background. My family doesn't have like a big name that is known. I didn't have like a huge lump sum of money stashed somewhere. I didn't just have the backing that would allow me to launch my brand in such a way that everybody knows who I am and the products will be sold out. I sort of had to work my way from the ground up, and I would still say I'm getting there. I've not even reached there. Now, the one thing I say that helped me is, when I was still studying fashion, I was already into social media. So I was posting on Instagram, I was sharing my work, sharing my journey. I started my YouTube channel while I was still in fashion school. I was making YouTube videos, I was posting on Instagram. I was essentially building an audience and building a community, because those are the people that you're going to show your products to, like, hi, this is what I do, or this is the garment I'm selling, or this is the course I'm offering. If you don't have that audience ready to receive whatever you have, it's very difficult to actually get your products in front of people. The hard part, I would say, about building the audience is doing and creating work online consistently, because when you're not making sales, or when you're not getting a lot of views, or when your numbers are not increasing, it can be very discouraging. As in, I promise you, it can be very discouraging. So build an audience, use whatever you have right now. If it's your phone, if it's a camera, if it's a friend that you have to put your pieces on to model for you, build that audience, use what you have right now, and be consistent as you build that audience along the way. Now, this question I was debating on whether I should answer or not, because my channel is not really about this topic, but I'll just give my experience and my own opinion. And the question is advice to new immigrants who are coming to the UK. Now, I moved to the UK to study fashion in, I'll say, October 2014. The plan was just to come for 9 months and go back, but life happened. Here I am, still here, living here. And what I say really helped me was I came and I had a family friend here who actually helped me settle down. So he helped me find a place to live, sort of like guided me on like getting around London, because it was actually very overwhelming. And I think I came like autumn, winter, so it was very cold. I was not just prepared mentally for how cold it was. It was a very different lifestyle. The dressing is very different. I realized you walk around a lot in London. I didn't realize how much you walk around until I got here, and I was like, wow. We took Okada and Keke and bus everywhere back home in Nigeria, but here you trek to your bus stop. When you come back from your bus stop, you trek again. When you go to your tube station, you trek to where you're going, except if you have money to live that Uber life. But at that point, I didn't. So having that family friend really made my settling down a whole lot easier. I really don't know how I would have like settled down if I did not have him here like ready to help me. So that was one thing. The second thing I said that helped was please stay in contact with your family. Like, I don't understand people who move abroad and want to cut contact with their family and friends back home because they're abroad. It's like, I don't know, I don't really understand, Sha. But please stay in touch, call them, text them, video call them, because you're really going to miss your family and your friends, especially if you come to the UK on your own. Stay in touch with your family. It would help you get through those lonely days, those lonely nights, because it can be very lonely here. Do not cut off your family, do not cut off your friends, except if something extreme happens and you just need to distance yourself from that relationship for your well-being, then that makes sense. Be open to friendships, whether that is platonic or romantic friendships, be open to them, but just know, don't compromise your values because you want to keep up with the lifestyle or the Western ways. If you have a particular way that you like your relationships or your friendships to progress, be open to what the other person has to offer, but still keep in mind that, okay, this is how I am. I'm not going to like compromise on certain things that make me who I am, because if you do, you would actually lose your peace and you will lose yourself in the process. Last but certainly not least is, do I have any tips for fashion students? Now, I would say while you're in fashion school, that's the most free. When I say free, like the most creatively free you would be without any consequences. What I mean by that is you can be as experimental, you can be as playful with your colors, your prints, your cuts, your silhouettes, and you don't have to reap any consequences, because if you do that with a business, you would end up with a lot of stock that you cannot sell. Whereas in fashion school, this is a stage for you to be very creative. Like when my tutor said this to me back then, I didn't really understand it, but now I do. Like now I actually do. Now when I'm designing a collection for my brand, I'm always thinking, is this too creative? Is this giving kitchen sink? Women going to be overwhelmed by this color? Is anybody going to buy this? Is this too old? Is this too short? Is this too long? But when you're in fashion school, because it's a project that they probably want you to push yourself creatively, you can make it as long or as short as you want. Like, you can make the sleeve as long, you can make the shoulder pad as high. Basically, you can be as playful as possible, and that is something that I wish I had listened to back then. And if you're in fashion school, please enjoy that right now. Enjoy that creative freedom, because when you start working for someone, or when you start working for yourself, and when you start a business, oh, that would not be the case anymore. And it's just a rude awakening when you realize it. But yeah, be creatively playful, while you can. Those are all of the questions I'm going to be answering in this Q&A. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the videos on my channel and it just helps the videos perform a lot better and it gets more people to see this content. If I did not answer your question, please ask it down below. If you have any other questions that you think would be useful to someone watching this video, someone who is in fashion business, a fashion student, fashion creative, please share them down below and we could answer them collectively as a community. Until my next video, have a good morning, afternoon and evening wherever you are. Bye.